Hello everyone. On this video, I want to go over games I've been streaming. The theme for this video will be games I've been streaming on the PS5. The first game is Ghostwire Tokyo, brought to you by Tango Gameworks in Bethesda. I remember seeing the announcement for this game at E3, and I was so interested. The version I have is the deluxe edition. I like the cool ninja costume included. Ghostwire Tokyo is a supernatural action game in first person. You take the role of Akito. Well, I guess I should say sometimes you play as two characters in one really. Akito is kind of possessed by a spirit named KK. KK is the reason why Akito is still standing, because at the moment Tokyo is overrun by yokais, and the citizens have vanished. Long story short, the main goal is to restore the city by cleansing the torii gates, and look for the masked man, because he's heavily involved with the vanishing. I love the side missions as well in this game. Every here and there you'll find some furry friends like dogs and cats in the city. Exploration is key in this game, because there's a lot to do in this game. The yokais in this game are quite menacing. My favorite one is the one based off the Slit-Mouthed woman, Kuchisake Onna. Ghostwire Tokyo is a great game and I highly recommend it. The next game is The Quarry. This is developed by Supermassive Games, which is known for their horror movie type games like Until Dawn. This is backed up by 2K Games. And look at that cover. It screams classic 80s slasher flicks on the campsite. Without spoiling anything, the game is about some camp counselors on the last day of summer camp. Things are going well until the sun comes down and it's nighttime. There seems to be something supernatural out there in the woods, and things are about to get hectic the more our camp counselors stay here. I will say this game has a great cast. I enjoy Ted Raimi, David Arquette, Lance Henriksen, and Lin Shaye, mainly because they're icons in different horror franchises. This is great for horror movie fans, and you know, this game feels like you're watching a horror flick. I highly recommend playing this with a group of friends, or watch someone stream it, because I do feel like the story in game is quite the experience. There are multiple endings, multiple outcomes depending on your choices and actions in the game, so no one is safe. The deluxe edition of the game does have some 80s throwback outfits for the characters in the game, and it's okay, I like it. If you enjoy games like Until Dawn and the Dark Pictures anthology games, I highly recommend The Quarry. Check it out. The last game for this video will be Madison. This is a first-person horror walking simulator. This is brought to you by a studio in Argentina. I noticed the title spells out Mad Sun, with the cap letters on the two words. I bring this up because in the very beginning of the game, our main protagonist Luca is locked up in the room, and his father is scolding him from outside the door.
Why? Why is this happening to me? Please, please, give me my son back. I want my son back!
Luca finds a way out of his grandfather's house. He is gifted with an instant camera for his birthday.
My birthday present? How did it get here?
With this camera, you will find clues to this house, the history, and to see what's wrong with Luca. When you take pictures, you will be able to see things that's not visible to the naked eye. You will be greeted with a demon in the game called Blue Knees. At first, you hear about Blue Knees when Luca explores his grandmother's bathroom.
Blue knees?
You will have to manage your items. You are limited in your inventory. There is a safe in the game to put away some items if you need to. There's also many puzzles in the game. The atmosphere of the house is the real seller. Every time I pass by the hallways, those creepy statues get me every time. I won't be surprised if this game was inspired by PT, which is fine. I think that this game works well for creeping out the player. Unfortunately, there are jump scares. In fact, it will come to a point where I'll say it has too many jump scares. Instead of scaring me, it will become more annoying in my opinion. You do learn more about the story of the game with documents you pick up in the game. You will get to explore more than just a house though. There will be an underground maze, which also will have jump scares. And there's also going to be a cathedral which will have time traveling involved. Ah yes, the cathedral. This is where you encounter your pursuer, Hans. I think Madison is okay. Check it out if you're interested. It's available on pretty much everything. There's a Switch port coming out in November 2022, I think. The physical game will include the DLC camera skins, and they're okay. I usually stick with the default skin. The physical game also comes with a cool storybook about Blue Knees, which is mentioned in the game as well. Yeah, I think Madison is okay. I mentioned earlier that it's a walking simulator, but I don't mean that in a bad way. You do have to do things in order to progress. I say check it out. Alright, so that's 3 games I've been streaming on the PS5. Ghostwire Tokyo is quite the fun game. I won't call it a horror game though. If it wasn't for 2 games that came out this year, I think this could have been Game of the Year. I enjoyed the game and would say it's my favorite of the 3 that I mentioned. The Quarry is a fun laid-back game that gives you a horror movie vibe, and I'm a fan of Supermassive's games. It has high replayabilities due to outcomes being different depending on your choices. But I don't think I'll have the time to replay it for multiple endings. I'm already satisfied that I was able to get the best ending. Madison has great atmosphere and story going for it. The only problem I have is those jump scares. Other than that, I think the world of Madison is cool. I like the puzzle aspect of using your camera to figure things out. The Quarry and Madison will have no next gen upgrade unfortunately, which is weird, but I double dip on Madison since it was cheap. The Quarry on the other hand, I just stayed with the PS5 port. This one's considered a AAA game. It is backed up by 2K games after all. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this chat about games I've been streaming. If you want to see more, I do have a gameplay YouTube channel. That's basically uploads of my streams from Twitch if you're interested. Of course, there's also my Twitch as well. If you enjoy the content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I am out. Peace.